again, Anna. Well, today I wanted to talk to you about how it's like to have depression and anxiety, and let me try and put this in a way that everyone understands, okay? You know, when you're like in your bike or when you're carrying a plate and you slip and you know that you're gonna hit the ground and you know that there's nothing you can do, it's out of your control, but you can see it. And in that moment, you have like this moment of fear and wow. Okay, that is anxiety, and when you go down a roller coaster and you feel your stomach in your throat, that's anxiety. And you have two levels. You have the acute one that provokes a panic attacks and renders you catatonic. And you have the other level, which is the more constant one, like when you lie in bed and you can hear a mosquito in your room or the fridge in the other room, and you can barely hear it, but it's there, and it's like an itch you can't scratch. That is how you live with anxiety. Anxiety provokes, you can have different types of anxiety, agoraphobia, social anxiety, normal anxiety disorder, etc., etc. And so imagine all these feelings, of fear and that feeling of that something bad is going to happen times 1,000 every day for days and months and years until it drives you insane. Well, that's anxiety. That's anxiety in one word. And how is it a problem and how does it differ from normal fear? First is the amount of time you're with that constant fear. Second of all, it's not like a fear that comes and then goes away or that you can solve on your own, or it's a rational fear. It's completely rational. If you try to analyze it, it makes absolutely no sense. But it's there. It's like you can't do anything about it for some reason. It's like, what is it? What's going on? Then you have depression. Imagine the saddest day of your life and then times that 1,000 and multiply that for months and years and imagine, that feeling of hopelessness for the future, unbearableness to get out of your bed, to go and live. That sorrow, like it's like a black hole inside you, and sometimes there's not even a reason for it, it's just there. And how does this differ as well from sadness? Again, time. You can feel like this for years, every day, all the time. Then what classifies, depression and anxiety as a problem? Well, fear and sadness, it's a normal emotions for a human being. But to be in that constant state of fear and sadness for so long, that affects the functionality of your life, your ability to go out to a concert, to a cafe, to experience things, to laugh and to look at the sky in a summer's day and enjoy it. That is what it is. And when you constantly feel like this, you have two ways to go. You have that one question, which is, what if I died? And you can either ask for help or just give up and because you can't anymore, and just go to bed and hope to disappear. Well, when you ask for help and it doesn't go your way, it can be a big slap on the face. It can be so destructive, because I did that. I went and asked for help, like just in 2016. I went to my family doctor and I said, you need to help me, because if you don't help me, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to do to myself. And I was crying and shaking and hyperventilating or whatever. You know what he did? He made a note in my file and sent me my way. Told me to find a psychologist that could help me. Okay, I'm in a foreign country. I called every psychologist, every psychiatrist, every clinic in the 2 hours around my city. No one would take me. No one would accept me. They hanged the phone on me. They gave me snarky remarks. And then in the end, it had to be my mother, out of also desperation, to find me an online clinic from back in my own country that she would pay for me to have sessions and a psychiatrist to prescribe me something. But then you have the other way for people that, to get the slap in the face or don't even ask for help because sometimes it feels like there's no point, and then you feel ashamed that you're like this, that you're like this sad space waster. You keep thinking, what if I died? What if I died? What if I died? Can you imagine the desperation that it takes for someone to think about it? To start thinking how they would die, how they would kill themselves, and start fantasizing about it every day. Because you can be suicidal. It's like a mental state. You don't actually need to commit suicide. It's being in that state of mind, that what if and what if. And what causes this is the answer to all this question, like what if I died, is you would get rid of all this pain. You wouldn't be a burden to anyone else. And you would be free in a way. That's sad as well, isn't it? To someone to feel that they would be free if they would just die. But for the skeptical ones out there, I have some numbers, I know it's hard to believe, but the World Health Organization estimates that 121 million people currently suffer from depression globally, And also, there was a study made, also based on a paper made based on a study, where they analyzed 203 studies from 29 countries across 6 continents. And there's an estimate of 8 million people dying each year from mental illness. 8 million that we can avoid every year. Okay, some of you are going to talk about overpopulation or whatever. Worldwide, suicide is among the 3 leading causes of death among people aged 15 to 44. So there you go. I'll leave you with those numbers, and I'll leave you to think a little bit about these things and look around, because a lot of us are really good actors and we have like these really good masks where we smile all the time and help everyone and are kind and bubbly, while inside we literally are just thinking about our beds and how to shrivel and go to sleep and don't wake up. So think about it. Pay attention. Who's around you? Please subscribe. It's for a good cause. It's to help people and to share the word and spread the word and reduce the stigma. And, let's fight together, mental illness community and everyone else in the world. I appreciate for you listening to me all babbling here for so long. See you next time.